Shalom, all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles of great milestone, and also to you brothers out there putting on this truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. And Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, would have you believe that the earth at some point in time is going to be invaded by these little skinny, sodomite-looking creatures here that they call aliens, okay, the ones that are duck, these Edomites, okay, in the middle of the pasture and do, anal probing. Of course, we know Esau is a natural sodomite, so of course, this is part of their illusional fantasies that they put out here on earth. But the Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, has prepared the world, the minds of the people on this earth for this crap, okay? To believe that this is what's coming to the earth. But let's go into the scriptures and see what's actually going to really be taking place here. This is the book of Luke 21, starting with verse 25, and it says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." We're seeing that already starting right now. Okay, and you don't even have the tribulation that's going on right now here in Great Babylon, America, known as Jacob's trouble. Okay, you have all these nations right now, who've been beguiled by Esau, the so-called white man. Been raped and pillaged by Great Babylon, America. Most of these places are war torn right now, and they're right now raising hell on this earth. Okay, enough is enough. And it says, "Man hearts failing them for fear and looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." So be prepared for those nukes that's going to be coming. "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in clouds with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth near." Whose redemption draweth near? Our redemption, okay? The hopefully elect of Yahshua, the Israel, so-called Blacks, Americans, and Latino, who crying out every day against this wicked queendom, against the LGBTQ, against the abominable ways that this man has placed on the people, the oppression, okay? The state of mind that he has the 2/3 of our people in, okay? So-called Blacks, Americans, and Latinos who really believe in everything that comes with this doggone lies mouth. Let's go into the book of Matthew 24 and 30 because, we've seen all these things taking place right now, and this is bringing joy to those of us who go on the highway and the byway and on the unicorn, okay, to bring out this prophecy of the great destruction of great Babylon, America, okay, and the redemption, okay, of the hopefully elect of Yahshua, so-called Blacks, Americans, and Latino. And it reads, "For us lightning coming out of the east and shining even unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken." So man, are those nukes going off, and people on this earth realize that the prophets were telling the truth, okay? We're bringing out the prophecies, okay? All hell breaking loose, okay? Nukes, bombs, World War III is in full effect. And then it says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn." Why are they going to mourn? Because they realize it's not these still skinny looking faggots here. In fact, what they are going to see, okay, is going to be a fearsome force that's going to be coming, okay? Yahushua and Mashiach. He's coming with the angelic force of heaven, okay? And they're going to realize, wait a minute, what those guys were doing out there, preaching about, what the world would call, God and Jesus is actually the Mashiach, who looks just like the people that they persecuted, is now returning back to do what? Take vengeance for Yahshua, Israel, so-called Blacks, Americans, and Latino, who keeps his commandment. It says, "And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other." So guess what? The rest of you people are going to be stay here, Lord willing. The men that you see on the highway and the byway crying out against this place, doing the work of the Malak, okay, are going to be gathered, okay, from the four corners of this earth. And in the meantime, okay, as that is happening, the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, is going to do what? He's going to wreak havoc on this place. Oh yeah, there ain't going to be no negotiation, no lizard man or lizard race peace agreement and all that stuff. Some lizard man come bowing down to the so-called white man and say, "We want peace. We have traveled all the way over here because we want to bow down to your crusty, dusty, sodomite ass that came out of the cave about 800 years ago." Oh, no. Let's go into the book of Isaiah 63 and start verse 1. It says, "Who is that cometh from Edom? with dyed garment from Bozrah. Okay, the slaughter is going to be that great. Take a look at it. Look at this. I mean, it's just blood everywhere. Okay, as those laser beam is just frying you, damn crusty, dusty, wicked sodomite, Edomite. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speaking in righteousness, mighty to save. He's coming to save his elect. And once he's taken his elect, Lord willing, that's the men on the highway and the by right now, crying and sighing daily, okay? And the other believers, okay? All you people, okay, including you 2/3, are about to see, okay, what hell really looks like. Let's close out with the book of Isaiah 66 and 16, and it reads, "For by fire and by a sword will the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai shall be many." This is what is coming. Not skinny, 8-foot tall, slanky looking sodomite lizard man coming to shake hands with another, pasty pale red demon called Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man. It's a mighty warrior, okay, the Lord of hosts that's returning, and he is going to reign justice on this planet. Lord willing, you edify. Let the close up by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, elders, and apostles of great milestone, and also to you brothers that they're putting on the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters doing it. Shalom.